What's up, everybody? It's Mr. Straight Facts. Now, we all know the fact that Donald Trump said on Access Hollywood Bus way back during 2016 when we found out about it, but it was prior to that he actually did it. On that bus, he talked about grabbing women by the you-know-what.
I moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it.
Whoa.
I did try and fuck her. She was married.
It's huge news there.
No, Nancy. Yeah. No, this was marriages. And I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there. And she was married. And all of a sudden, I see her. She's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look. I better use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. You can do anything.
Pull the ham.
Hello, how are you?
They have no problem. They let him do it. Cracking jokes, laughing. They tried to say it was locker room talk. I understand this is old news, but I'm going someplace with this. Carroll happened a while back ago, right? I guess it was in a Bergdorf store or something like that. He goes in, he grabs her body, you-know-what, and grapes her, right? That's what the judge says is grape. I didn't say that. The judge said it can be classified as grape, so he grapes her. Then he goes out and says that basically he defamed her and said she was lying, and now he owed her like over $83 million, correct? Exactly. He has been a fraud, whether it came to his companies of steaks or his academy that he had. I don't understand how somebody dumb actually has a college of some sort to help people be what, stupid? I digress. Over 30 women, I think it was 30 or at least in the mid-20s, women came out and said he assaulted them. They all kind of faded to the background. But many of you don't know that he was charged with savagely raping a 13-year-old girl. I'm not making this up. Don't believe me? Please click my beacons link. In the top 3 links that you see on YouTube, on TikTok, you'll see beacons at the top of my account. Yeah, the very first thing that you'll see is the actual document that was filed in court. The girl was threatened a lot, then she disappeared and her lawyer dropped the case. But read what she said what happened and see if for yourself if you believe what she said. Now that you know what he did to Carroll, and what he did to those women that came up against him that everybody was like, oh, it didn't happen. And they too got death threats. Yeah, go back and read this document. It literally tells you how savagely they did what they did to a 13-year-old girl. Now, then ask yourself a question. Epstein, we know, did these things. We found out much later. His girlfriend was charged with these things. If you think they didn't have videotapes or anything of that nature, you must be insane. That was his actual insurance with these people, correct? So this was not a release out of the documents that just came out. This is something that's been around since 2016-ish, and nobody really talked about it. The news didn't even really cover it that much. Even if it didn't go all the way to court, it is an accusation that's in detail. Joe Biden doesn't have dementia, doesn't have Parkinson's. They had no facts to back that up. Yet they put it in the news every day for almost 2 weeks. A 13-year-old girl accused him of rape alongside a known rapist. And you guys think the rapist that was known, Epstein, he did it. But she just had a phantom idea that Donald Trump was in the room hitting her with his closed fist while savagely raping her. She just made that up. He says he never did anything with the porn star, but we know he did. He says he had nothing to do with Carroll. She's not my type. Yet he looked at a photo and thought it was his wife.
I don't even know who the woman. Let's see. I don't know who. It's Marla.
You say Marla's in this photo?
That's Marla. Yeah, that's my wife.
Which woman are you pointing to? No.
Here.
Carroll.
Oh, is that?
The person you just pointed to was
I
E.
see.
Carroll.
Who is that? Who is this?
Point, your wife. And the woman on the right is your then wife.
I don't know.
Ivana?
This was the picture.
Ivana.
I assume that's John Johnson. Is that
That's Carroll.
Carol? Because it's very blurry. That she's not my type? Yeah, because it's not politically correct to say it, and I know that, but I'll say it anyway. She's accusing me of rape. A woman that I have no idea who she is. It came out of the blue. She's accusing me of rape, of raping her. The worst thing you can do, the worst charge, And you know it's not true too. You're a political operative also. You're a disgrace. But she's accusing me, and so are you, of rape, and it never took place. And I will tell you, I made that statement, and I said, well, it's politically incorrect. She's not my type, and that's 100% true. She's not my type.
Hold on for a second. Let's discuss this video clip real quick. It's deeper than most people take it to be. A lot of people think it's just a gaffe or he's lying or whatever. The reality is this. It is intense cognitive decline. This man looks at the woman in front of him, which is E. Jean Carroll, and thinks it's Marla Maples, his wife, his second wife. It is not Marla Maples. Marla Maples is Tiffany Trump's mother. This is the woman that he slept with many a times, had a child with, came home to, seen her clothes, seen her naked. He knows what his ex-wife looks like, and he thought it was E. Jean Carroll. So that lets you know Trump would have had sex with E. Jean Carroll. Trump would have had a child with E. Jean Carroll because that's the way she looked like one of his wives. So when he lies later on and says, she's not my type, we know he's batshit crazy. Because how are we supposed to believe that you wouldn't do that when you yourself just said you would by saying it's Marla Maples? Crazy, huh? Now, that's not even the half of it. The woman to his right is literally his wife at the time this photo was taken. That's Ivana Trump. You know, the one that died and he buried her on one of his golf courses? That is Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, and his favorite, Ivanka Trump's mother. How don't you recognize the woman who gave you 3 children, especially one of them you always act like you want to sleep with? And you're telling me you don't know who she is. He goes, who's that? That was your wife at the time, Ivana. Oh, how many of you guys can't recognize your wives who gave you children? I only have one wife. She's my ex-wife now. I could recognize her if she was on fire, in a heartbeat. You can't tell me you don't have cognitive decline if you can't recognize the woman you saw day in and day out for years. And they want this man who can't remember what his ex-wife looked like, makes the mistake of thinking that a woman is his wife who isn't his wife, is cognitively there. That guy you want to make decisions. He can't even remember people he said I do to and slept with and had children with. Joe Biden has not forgotten who his wife is, what she looks like, or any of his children. I just wanted to break that video down and let you know how bad it is with Trump. That's insane. There's no comparison. And the media went batshit crazy on Biden making mistakes at the debate, but have no smoke at this man having massive cognitive decline multiple times in one photo. The only person he recognized was John Johnson, and he only recognized him after he realized that was E. Jean Carroll's husband. This man is evil, and the people who want him as president has some evil in them too. You can't look at all this and not think there's not smoke or a 5-alarm fire attached to it. You'd have to be blind and crazy. If somebody blames you of it once, maybe it's a money grab or something, but you got women that have said this. At least 2 of them said they were raped. Better yet, a 3rd person said they were raped by him and beat by him. You know who that was? That was his wife. His ex-wife said he raped her and beat her. Then she recanted. Isn't that the same thing as the 13-year-old girl said it happened to her? That's something that the FBI, the government should be questioning. What happened to this child? You're not protecting our children, but you're okay with letting this man get away with the crime? Since we now know one of the people that was in that charge actually did it. Go check it out for yourself. I always bring you the facts. This happened. Did he go to court and become guilty for what he did? No. Is this a pattern? Fuck yes. And where there's smoke, there's fire. They want you to believe where there's smoke, there's no fire. There's not even smoke. But in reality, if you have a soul and spirit, you know that child was savagely raped. And it wasn't just Jeffrey Epstein. She wasn't seeing a mirage of Donald Trump. She knew who it was, and she recounted how it happened. I'm convinced you can go check it out yourself and get back at me in the comment section. Do me a favor, really read it. Just don't take my word for it. It is a legal document. Do your homework. Hold me to the fire like you would hold anybody else. Read it, learn about it, check if it's valid, and then get back to me in the comments. Take care.